Hello, my name is Daniel Buckholz, and this is my Unit 6 presentation for my Data 625 Data Visualization course. In this presentation, we'll be comparing two different networks, Network 2 and Network 3, as seen through a node and edge visualization. In assessing Network 2, I would best describe this network as being robust due to the interconnected nature of its nodes. Even if something happened to one of these major nodes, there are many backup connections that the network could rely on, so it should perform well even in the face of something like a malware breach. The relatively low betweenness ratings of its different nodes tells us that while it would be far from ideal to have a node hit with malware and or taken offline, it should still be manageable for the network until the issue is resolved. Even if one of the more major nodes gets hit, some of the tier 2 or slightly smaller nodes on this network could serve to pick up the extra load. This would allow messages to still be able to get where they need to go via other edges. However, my primary recommendation for this client would be to make sure that they have a system in place so that they could quarantine specific nodes in the event of a cyber attack. Due to the number of connections that each node has, there is a level of risk that other nodes could be easier to access. Network 3, on the other hand, should be considered fragile due to the bottlenecking between Nebula and Starhawk. With such high betweenness ratings on both Nebula and Starhawk, we can see that either of them being taken offline would not be especially manageable for this network. This means that the network could easily fail in the event of a malware breach. If something happened to one of these two major nodes, there is simply no other edge to bridge the gap. There are no smaller servers that can communicate across this now missing edge that would have been formed between Nebula and Starhawk. This results in a situation where messages would not be able to get where they need to go within the network in such an event. My primary recommendation for this client would be to focus on creating additional edges between the different branches that we can see. Knowledge silos, such as what we see here, can both stifle growth within a company and can result in costly situations should the network be taken offline for an extended period of time. In order to allow for quicker and easier comparisons between networks such as these, I've created a dashboard that can be filtered by relationship. One can simply plug in the name of any large node, for example, in network 2, the stealth node, filter it down, and see the immediate edges that come out from stealth. This allows us to see that in network 2, as stated, there are multiple edges that allow us to work within our larger nodes. However, within network 3, there is only one edge that allows this to happen. As stated, this results in network 2 being a robust data set, whereas network 3 would be considered fragile.